The X-Half is a delightful, design-forward compact that purposely puts creative constraints and nostalgia ahead of pure image fidelity. It's a tiny, light, vertical-oriented camera with a 1-inch sensor, a fixed approximately 32mm equivalent lens, film simulation first workflow, and playful features such as a frame advance lever and 2-in-1 diptych mode. If you want a phone alternative that forces you to slow down, experiment, and make square-ish vertical compositions, the X-Half can be magical. But it's not for pro work. Limited specs, no RAW, small sensor area used vertically, modest AF, no IBS, and a relatively high launch price limit its appeal. Fujifilm +1. What it is and who it's for, Fujifilm designed the X-Half to recreate the tactile, playful experience of half-frame and disposable film cameras in a pocketable digital body. It's targeted at creators who want character and an analog feeling, not clinical image perfection. Social-first shooters who favor vertical compositions for stories reels. People who like instant, in-camera looks. Film simulations, grain, date stamps. Collectors and fans of retro design. Fujifilm X+1. If you're hoping for a do-everything compact that replaces an X-series interchangeable lens camera or a serious travel shooter, this isn't that camera. Design and handling, lovable retro constraints. What you'll notice first is the styling. Compact, light, approximately 240 grams, 8.5 ounces, tactile frame advance lever, and 2 rear displays, main touchscreen plus sub-LCD for film sim/menus. The body is intentionally minimal. Every control reinforces the film camera ritual. The camera is physically oriented around vertical shooting, 3 to 4 vertical framing, rather than the usual landscape orientation, which feels fresh and social native once you adapt. Fujifilm's ergonomics keep things simple and playful, but some users noted the materials and action of levers feel more toy-like than premium. Fujifilm +1, what works charming, memorable tactile experience, frame lever, film sim sub-display. Fujifilm X, extremely pocketable. Fujifilm, what could be better? Some users reported the lever and viewfinder feeling cheap or not perfectly aligned. Wake from sleep and responsiveness can be sluggish. Reddit +1 optical and sensor package. The look, not the numbers. Key official specs to keep in mind. Sensor, 1-inch BSI sensor. Fujifilm uses a vertical, half-frame layout to favor 3 to 4 vertical shooting. Output resolution, around the 18-megapixel to 20-megapixel class. Fujifilm's marketing lists approximately 18-megapixel for the vertical 3 to 4 capture. Lens, fixed 10.8mm if 2.8, approximately 32mm 35mm equivalent. No RAW option, JPEG, film sim forward workflow. Video, basic 1080 by 1440 modes and short clips, not aimed at high-end video. Fujifilm +1. How that translates in real life. The 1-inch sensor plus fixed lens gives a distinct, slightly analog character, pleasant color, and film sim personality, but it will not match larger sensor cameras for sharpness, high ISO performance, or dynamic range. Expect softish corners at wide apertures and a look that favors mood over micro detail. Digital Camera World +1. Fujifilm's film simulations and built-in grain are a core selling point. What you see is what you get JPEGs straight out of camera. That's great for instant social content, but limiting if you normally want to push exposures or do heavy editing. The Verge +1 autofocus, performance, and battery. AF marketed as fast and intuitive, but multiple reviewers and testers flagged that the AF system is modest, limited AF points, occasionally sluggish, not as dependable in low light or fast action. If you shoot static portraits, street and travel, it will be fine. For anything requiring consistent tracking, it's not ideal. Fujifilm X+1. Responsiveness. Some users reported a 1 to 2 second startup/wake time and shutter/lever interactions that aren't instant. This can make you miss decisive moments. Reddit battery, Fujifilm claims excellent battery life. Hundreds of frames per charge. Marketing says up to approximately 880 frames under certain modes. That's a big plus for casual all-day shooting. Fujifilm viewfinder and screens. The X-Half provides an optical viewfinder plus a vertically optimized rear touchscreen. The optical film window approach reinforces the analog ritual, but some owners report the viewfinder lacks compositional data and can show distortion, parallax issues. Fine for looser shooting, frustrating if you want precision framing. Fujifilm X+1. Software, app, and creative features. This is where the camera shines for its audience. Film simulation selector on a sub-LCD, grain effects, date stamp, film camera mode, limited frames, manual film advance lever, and a 2-in-1 diptych mode that lets you combine 2 vertical frames into one image or pair, still plus video. Super useful for social creatives. Fujifilm X+1. Dedicated X. Half app. Transfer, make diptychs, create contact sheet style albums, and print to Instax Link printers. If your workflow is phone, social, this is smooth. Fujifilm image quality. Expectations versus reality. Real-world reviewers found the images to be characterful with strong in-camera color and filmic grain, exactly the intent. However, detail and dynamic range are modest compared with larger sensor compacts or even many modern phones, especially when you compare nighttime/high ISO performance. Digital Camera World +1. The inability to shoot RAW is a real limitation for anyone who likes to grade heavily or recover shadows/highlights. Reviewers criticized Fujifilm for locking RAW out on a camera at this price. The Verge price and value launch MSRP was approximately $849.99 US. Many commentators called that high for a single-lens AES analog experience compact. Later discounts and holiday deals have made it more attractive to buyers who wanted the aesthetic but balked at the original price. If you find it at a sub-$650 price, it becomes an easy impulse for enthusiasts. At launch price, it's tougher to justify against other compact/hybrid options,